Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Younger here. Just doing a quicker solo episode. I kind of want to talk about just today's life as a younger guy, whether it's dating or just work, school, things like that. And I think the topic I want to start off with was comparisons. Comparing is a good thing when it comes to sports or school. I think it's competitive, and you can kind of look at somebody that's better than you and compare yourself. But it can also be toxic. I think that a lot of times you like to compare and say like, "Oh, I'm better than that person," or they're not even doing what I'm doing. But really, you're not even there yet yourself. I've had a lot of times in my life and work, especially, that I think I'm better than somebody else. Like I should get that promotion before them. But you find out that you're not even really ready at all, and that that person is there for a reason. Especially in sports too. Oh, I think I should be starting over so and so. It's like, well, if they're starting, there's a reason they're starting. A lot of times we can be in this toxic mindset on like thinking that you're better than somebody else when really we aren't even there yet ourselves. So I think comparing can be a good thing, but it's also very toxic on just the balance. It's a fine line because it's great compete to be competitive and to always fight for that spot or fight for that one more rep or that it's great to be competitive, but I think comparing can be toxic in a lot of things. It's just not good to think you're better than somebody else when you don't know all the reasons that they're there and why you're not there. I think the biggest thing is really just showing up every day and just putting in the work by yourself and just really being the best version you can be, whether that's like we always say with the gym or school or work. And I think not really worrying about what other people are doing or where other people are at in their lives because everybody has such different paths going on. It's just better just to really focus on yourself and leave that day knowing like, okay, I did everything I could possibly do that day to win that day. Another thing I want to talk about was just kind of like dating and relationships nowadays. We always want to have a great partner, whether that's they're healthy or they're smart and they're driven and things like that, or whatever you look for a relationship. But we're not those things ourselves. So how can we expect to find somebody that is driven and caring and loves to work out and all those things, but we're not even there ourselves? Like if you're asking to find a girl that loves God or a girl that works out, but you don't love God, you don't work out, you don't eat right, how are you how are you even in the right to ask for those things? Like you're really not. And I think that just how today's dating is, it's we have all these stupid high standards on what we're looking for and all these dating apps that's all just toxic and hookup culture, and it's like we're looking for the one, and it's like we need to just focus on ourselves. And that's the biggest thing for me that I've done, and it's worked finally, is that just I just focused on myself and put the time in myself. I didn't really worry about you know trying to find the one or all these crazy high standards and things like that. I was like, I'm just gonna be the best version of me, and if that person comes to me, then that's how it is. And just it's God's vision on whether that person's for me or not, and it's in His plans already. He already knows. So I think really just focusing on yourself and just doing the best that you can possibly be that day and not really worrying about what others can do. It's just it can be very toxic when you're trying to compare yourself to others, and you get in these crazy mindsets that you're behind because they're there but you're not, and then it ends up putting you more behind because you're not even focusing on what your goal is. You're so focused on how they're better than you when maybe they're not or they are, instead of just focusing on yourself and genuinely getting better at whatever the goal is. I've been held back specifically in work thinking a person's better than me, but I'm not even getting better at all myself because I'm like, oh, I'm better than that person. They're not doing anything I'm doing, but I'm not even getting better because all I'm doing is focusing on them. So I think it just hurts you. But yeah, I think this is a quicker episode, guys. I just wanted to get something out there. I really just want to talk about just how dating is nowadays as a young guy. I think it can be toxic with dating apps, things like that. And I think the biggest advice that I could say for not even dating, just if you're looking for friendships or anything like that, just really focus on yourself and those people will come to you. If you're the best version of yourself, then you'll get the best version of those people that you like also. So the biggest thing is really just focus on yourself and get after it. I think it's same thing if you're comparing other people in school and they're like, "Oh, they have a better GPA," or "I'm actually smarter than them. They got into better college." It's like none of that matters. Just be the best you can be, and it'll all come. Like it sounds cliche, but it's like really just focus on yourself. That's the biggest thing that I've learned over the last year and a half living alone is that because I mean I am by myself here, and it's like there is no one to talk to all the time. There's no one to I guess like keep me in check. I've made stupid decisions living by myself, and it's like I've had to learn like okay, that's not the right thing to do, or to focus on myself. I think living on your own is a great thing. Being able to get happiness from yourself is great. You're not gonna get happiness from others. I think you can have a quick dopamine rush of happiness or joy from, TikTok or, a friend or hanging out or having a drink, but overall, if you're gonna be happy in life, it's not gonna come from an external source, you know. It's gonna come from yourself and your relationship with God. Those are the only things that you'll get happiness from. There's no other way to get, pure joy and happiness for a substantial amount of time. It's just not going to work. And a lot of times I think people make a mistake on they get the new car, they get the promotion, they get the girlfriend, or, maybe they get where they want to be for the gym wise, and then they stop going to the gym, and then they stop talking to God, or they just think like, oh, I got it, I'm good, I don't need anything else. And I mean, me specifically, it's like I like got more fit. It's like, okay, I don't need to go to the gym anymore. It's like, no, I'm not even there yet. Or, okay, I got the girlfriend. Now I don't need to worry about it. Or, I don't need to talk to God anymore because I'm happy. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's a never-ending, relationship. And I think it's just good to keep that in mind. It's a connection of focusing on yourself and also your relationship with God. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to get a quick episode out there. Hopefully, we can get another Young and Younger together. Probably next week we'll get one. But if you guys have any cool topics or questions or ideas that you'd want us to go over, totally down. But yeah, guys, thank you.